Hi everyone, welcome. I was just running around chasing after the little miss this morning. Hi guys, welcome. Let me just flip up and see who's dropped in already. Hi Sunshine, hi Abby, hi Mary, hi Rosa, Angela, Sherry, Jennifer, Kelly, Dana, Wendy, Linda, Nana, hi, Deb, Kathy, Jody, Susie. Is that everyone? So far? Doing well. You guys looking forward to this one? Raylene, hi. Brenda, hi. Guys, I have put in the description under the video the group link. If you pop over there and join the event, there's actually a code to get this image for the month of April 2019 at roughly $1 American. That's a rough price because obviously different countries, different exchange rates and things like that. No worries, Abby. Hi, Caroline. So it's actually 10 o'clock in the morning here in Australia on Friday. Gosh, I've lost a whole week then. Friday. Hi, Helen. Welcome. So yeah, it's the nearly weekend for me, and my kiddos that it's still a school have school holidays start today, so they finish early today. Yes, it's Friday morning here already. Oh, Angela. Thank you so much for supporting Christine anyway. Midnight in the UK. Well, I have really sad news for you in the UK. It's actually going to be 1 a.m. in the morning over there from next week onwards because daylight savings finishes on Saturday, so it'll be an hour earlier for you. Later, sorry, for you. No, Maya, I'm here. I'm starting now. On Mondays, I start half an hour later because it's Monday morning. So, you know, who doesn't want that extra time on a Monday morning? Because usually that's when things happen. So it gives me that extra half an hour to get things done without having to worry about any breakdowns. Hi, Leslie. Welcome. Hi, Pam. Welcome, guys. Come in. Come in. Now, the lovely Rosa pointed out to me this morning that I did a color conversion chart for you in the event, and one of the colors was actually duplicated by accident. So I did fix that up this morning. So the color magenta, I put its Polychromos. I just realized there's bite marks in this. Anyway, its Polychromos equivalent is closer to pink carmine. I think I had originally fuchsia, which is down, I use it down further again, so it is closer to pink carmine, and I'm not sure, but I've just fixed it up for you guys. Hi Shannon, welcome. Oh no, Deb, I've actually had a bit of a sore neck last night and yesterday. All right, I think we've got plenty coming in now, so we will get started. So today we're going to start a 4-week color along using this beautiful image by Karron. This is called Mermaid's Heart. It is a grayscale page. So hi Amanda, welcome. Hi Cheryl, welcome. So and Shannon, did I say hi before? But hi. It is going to take us, well, hopefully it takes us 4 weeks. We're going to do skin today and we'll work on hair next week, and then we'll work on our little fishies, and then we'll do the background and stuff as well. So we've got plenty to do. We may not even finish the hair next week. We may have to move on because it is quite a large area of hair. So yeah. All right. Ah, yes. Hi, Brenda. Welcome. Is that what you guys call it? Is it spring break? Okay. Now, I've got my non-squeaky chair. Well, the one that's squeakier, less squeaky than the other one. And I think it's a little bit too tall. Let me just drop my chair a tiny bit. Oh. Alright, so I've... Alright, T-O. Let's get started. Yeah? So today, I have a flip through, which I actually have already posted up on YouTube somewhere under reviews and flip throughs or whatever, of Christine Karron's Fairies 2 colouring book. Now, I had that already ready, so I'm going to do that today. And Christine's going to give away a book to someone at the end of the giveaway, so that will be a PDF book. So in week 4 we'll draw that, but each week up until then Christine's given us one free image from her Etsy store to one person per week. So I'll do a draw for that sometime during the video as well, and someone can choose a single digital image from her shop. So that was really nice of her too. So the winner will be in contact with her and she'll be organizing that. So I'll grab all of your details. I hope that is everything I needed to say. Just checking on everybody's comments. Hi Pamela. Hi Beth, welcome. So yeah, how awesome is that? Okay, we're going to start with skin. We're going to do slightly different coloured skin like we did on our last Prismacolor mermaid actually, but not quite the same, a little bit different this time. Now if you're a bit worried about the size of the image and how daunting it is at this size, then try to maybe do like a half page one. Like you don't always have to do a full page image. I know that can be, you know, looking at a full page can make you go, oh, this is going to take me forever. If that's the case, then do it in a smaller size and cut it down, and then at least you're still having a go at it and you're learning a few different things, even in a smaller scale. Sound good? So the first color I'm going to use, how do you make it smaller? Okay, first of all, usually in your print settings. So I actually print all my stuff through, I don't know, is it Windows Gallery or whatever it is? And there's actually an option to print it half page. The other option is I can actually print it on anything. I can print, you know, 4 different images on one page of the same picture if I wanted. But if you don't have that option, then I use a program like Word, and I don't know what other programs there are like Word, but I drag the picture into it and I'll actually resize the picture onto my page. So if I've got a A4 page, I'll size the image or the page to that, and then I'll go in and put the image on top of that and just shrink it down and then print it from there. So there's lots of different ways that you can do it, but yeah, I usually use my printer settings. It automatically asks me. Do you want me to show you? I can do a screen thing if you'd like me to show you what I usually do. Benny Blue is very, very cute. Yes, please. Okay, give me a sec then, guys. I'll just set it up here. I'm just finding the image first so that I can show you. Hi Becky, welcome. Long time no see, peoples. Christine, Karron folder. I have a lot. Okay. Hello there. So this is the image. So this is Windows, by the way. If I double click on that, it opens in, I think it's called Windows Gallery, or I don't know, the one that just gives you a preview of it. Photo Gallery it's called, and it's automatically installed on Windows computer, so it's something that's in already, it's part of the functioning of it. And then I just go print. I may have to drag the print screen across, so oh no, there it is. Don't worry about that. It happens all the time. But mine has the option here to print on any sort of selection I want. So if I want to print 4 images on one page, I just times the number of images and it pops up on one page. I can choose to fit it to the frame, or I can choose to make sure I get it all in. I can also do, say, 2 on a page, or if you want just one, you just click one, and you can just make sure that you've got all the image, and that will print on a half. This is a letter size I'm looking at. If you print on A4, then you click that too. So that's it for that. And let me just open a Word document and I'll show you how I do it in Word. I will have to wait for it to open. Word is very, very slow. I tried to show how to do some digital paper and things in one of my Patreon videos, and I couldn't even get it to open. So yeah, we'll just wait and see if that happens in the next 5 minutes or so. It's thinking about it. Here we go. Perhaps, oh yep, here we go. It's allowing me to see it. Okay, so now I've got to show you my screen again. Okay, so I've got the image in the file. I don't need that one anymore for Word, but I'm just going to move along and drag it onto my Word document. And then the picture is there. So I'm just going to right click on it and I'm going to do in front of text. And now wherever I move it on the page, it will stay. So I'm going to turn it that way. Just going to shrink it down so it fits on half of my page. Just like that. You can make it a little bit smaller or larger, it's up to you. That's it. And then I will just print. Helps if I click it properly. And that's how it will print on my page. pretty good. Now it's asking me if I want to save, and I'm going no, just close everything. Alright, I'll bring these all back on my screen now. I don't know any other programs because I don't use anything but Windows, so I apologize if you don't have it. I'm sure that will still help you in, you know, figuring out where to go from your computer type. Hi guys, hi anyone that dropped in and I may have missed. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, one of the admins wants to drop my group link because I don't have it. That would be awesome. Pop over there and drop into the events and you'll be able to see how to get the image. So it is available on her Etsy store as well. By entering into the event, there is a discount to receive it at a discounted rate. Right, now I'm starting with lavender. I'm going to come in and mark out, I'll just zoom in a little bit actually so you can see it. Oh gosh, I've got so many screens open now. There we go. Oh, hi Brenda from Virginia. That reminds me of that movie John Carter from Virginia. And I'm just going to do really light pressure. I've got my pencil on the side, so I'm holding it like that's flat. I'm holding it pretty much flat as I can. And because it's a tiny little pencil, it looks a little awkward. Wait till I get to the white. Look at this. Yep. And I'm desperate for whites. I've got a couple of Prismacolors I need to replace actually. Thank you very much, Lee, Helen. Oh, no worries, Deb. Must get sleep. Very important. So this image is grayscale, so I'm going to use it to help us decide where to put shadows in the face. So I'm just going over those shadow areas now that have already been shaded and just adding a little bit of this in there. We're going to be doing a few layers, so don't stress too much about the first layer. It really is just a base, but try and keep it nice and light if you can. So I'm just going over the really dark areas and also the shaded shadow areas. She's got a cute little nose, this one. It's one thing that I always look at when I get images is noses and hands. This one doesn't have any hands, that's kind of good. Okay, so I've done a bit of a layer over outside edges, a little bit in the darker shadow areas. And I'm going to leave the, what is this called again? Eyelid areas, because I want to put some pink in there in a minute. Okay, so that was lavender. Now, I'm going to use some henna. Hi Sahara, welcome. So this is henna. And I'm just going to go over the top of that. Just lightly. So the areas that I just did with the lavender, we're going to come back in and lay some more lavender in those areas. but just in the darker shaded areas I'm just going over with the henna. Just lightly to start with. By the time we get to our last layer, the paper should nearly be burnished off for you already. You won't need to put much pressure down to make that tooth nice and flat. Hi Kathy, welcome. If I missed you before, if anyone drops in, please, I apologise. Pop it in caps if I'm missing you. I turn my page to get the right angle so that I'm not putting any pressure. So make sure you do the same. Don't try to do it on a specific angle because you might like try and do it from over here. Because you might put too much pressure down. Try and keep the page in the direction that you need it to get that nice soft layer. Kind of creating a bit of a half moon shape on her chin here. And if you have a, dimple chin, you might want to put a little, you don't have to, but you might want to put a little dip there. I'm going to put a little bit of this into the shadows of the eye, and then we can build up by putting pink over that. Underneath the eye. Hello, Shadow. Deciding to say hello today? She was running around like a crazy cat before the video. No, don't do it. She's going to jump up. I can feel it. She thinks I'm talking to her. Don't you, Shadow? How's that looking? Hi, Amanda. Shadow says hi. She's chasing something. Please tell me if I go off camera, because I'm zoomed in. I actually forget sometimes where I'm at. Now I have popped 2 links up in the cards in the top right hand corner. One is for Christine Karron's Patreon. Christine does only $1 US a month, and she gives a free page each month. Well, it's not technically free because you're paying $1 to, but sometimes there's more than one. There's been an instance where we've had special occasions, so we've had more than one. But yeah, it's a very reasonable price for what you actually get. I think a lot of the other artists are at $5 a month to get that same privilege, so I think it's brilliant. Alright, so I've done henna. It's starting to look quite interesting. Now I've got my peach. Let me just take it out. Peach. I'm going to sharpen it. Actually, I'm going to empty my sharpener. I noticed it was very full yesterday. They are, Helen, very. Hi Nick and Tina, welcome. What have you got, Miss B? Oh, you won something. Or got a gift from someone. Putting it back in my extender now. These were only, I don't know, it was like $2 for a packet of 5 or something. But I'll be using this one with my white because I can barely hold it. Okay, so we're going to repeat the same step. I'm just going over the top of the henna and I'm just bringing it out now into the lighter areas of the skin so we can gradually build up the color on the skin this way. So we'll be going over the other colors and then coming out. So you'll be able to see that just the peach by itself is a lot lighter in color. Still using really light pressure here too, guys. Hi Dawn, welcome doll. Yeah, see, I find it doesn't work. I get it, it's awkward. Becky. I can't, I've tried a whole heap of different things. Uncomfortable for my hand. I can't handle the Derwent extenders. The Derwent ones have got really harsh, like grip things. They hurt my hand so much. I do like the Caran extender. It's really nice. But it's permanently on my yellow because my yellow's been tiny forever. The good thing about the Caran one is that it's so slim. The only thing is the Caran one doesn't fit larger pencils like Polychromos or Luminance. It only fits the smaller sized pencils. Most of the Caran ones are the, you know, hexagon shaped, is that what it is? And they fit that fine, but it doesn't actually fit anything else but those because it's tiny. But these ones seem to fit everything. I'm just extending out further in towards the lighter areas of skin now. Really, really light pressure. I don't know if it fitted the Derwents or not. I kind of found it restrictive. I really like the shape of it and the way how it's so thin, but yeah. So I'm leaving small gaps for really nice light highlight areas. So above the eye there's a little bit of a gap still. The hair's covering this one so we can't see it on this side. And I'm now making sure that all of the grey areas or the darker grey areas, they're actually the lightest grey areas, aren't they? Are covered up now. I'm actually going to leave the cheek areas because I want to put a little bit of pink on those, so I might do that before I go over them with the peach. So I'll just skip that area. So in the under the chin or mouth area here now, I'm going to start to bridge the gap between the side of the face and the mouth. So starting to fill all that area in. You see that most of the lavender's now disappeared. Just going to even up the face shape. I do want to leave that nice highlight area around the outside. The link that I put in the event description was for the grayscale one. If not Rosa, then you may have to go back on and get the other one. Don't forget to use the code so you can get that one at the lower rate. Just coming into the nose area, creating like a bit of a circle on the cheek, just coming around the mouth. Now I can see there's areas that I'll need to go back in with the darker color again. So just in at the side of the mouth here, just going to add a little bit of henna in there. And I also want to change the shape of the face slightly and just go a little closer to that edge. Shadow spotted something outside and she's just run off to investigate. What's a great distraction? I am. That's good to know. Is Leslie at work or did she have a sick day? I can't write sick notes, sorry. I don't think I'm an approved practitioner for that. That was Shadow hitting the window. Shadow! What are you doing in there? There must be another cat outside. She's getting extremely upset. She likes to headbutt the window sometimes. Silly cat. She forgets that she's behind glass. I've just drawn shape around her nose a little bit. I can hear in there, she's grunting. It's funny. I'm a therapist. Leslie had a sickie. Leslie, no. I don't condone it, but awesome you're here. My daughter wants to be an art therapist, actually. She's going to go to uni and do psychology and art. Let's turn the page. I'm going to skip the cheek area here as well. And we'll come back over it. So I've created a really nice circle shape in the face there. Lighter cheek area. I'm still using really light pressure. Okay, so for the cheek area, I want to use magenta. Thanks, Beth. Hi, Mish. Nicely. Magenta. And I'm going to go and put some of this in the cheeks now. And I want to go back over this with the peach in a moment. So still using really light pressure. Going over the area a couple of times to make sure that the pigment's covering over without putting any pressure on. So we can keep this nice and smooth. So the more pressure that you put on the layers, the less smooth it will be, because the wax will start to build up on top of itself. And it can leave streaks and marks and bumps and all sorts of things. So I want to try to keep it as light as we can. Some of these areas where it's really black, you could probably go a little bit firmer. But just make sure that when you come out that you just lighten that pressure up again. I've kind of left a little bit of light colour in on top of the lid there. Come across the other lid. Still leaving my little highlight spot there at the top. And I've just gently lined in that lid as well. Oh, thanks, Becky. Hi, Katrina. Welcome. Thanks, Maya. Yeah, I always hold it, I mean, these are smaller, as I said, but I always try to hold it on a flat angle when I'm doing stuff like this. The less of an angle that you hold it on, the firmer pressure that you do end up putting on the pencil. Some people can do really light pressure no matter how they hold it, but I struggle, so I always turn mine just to ensure that it is light. I'm pretty heavy-handed otherwise. Being a marker person too, it doesn't matter what pressure you're putting down. So I tend to just be quite rough. Okay, I don't want to put, I think that might be it for that. I'm just going to go down the side of the face slightly there. Just got nice pink rosy cheeks. Alright, now I'm going to go back over that with the peach, so it won't quite be as bright. Hi Jack, welcome. So this is the peach again. I'm just going to bring that over the top of the pink. Because I want the pink to sort of blend in with the skin, not look like it's sitting on top of it like right now. My watch is clicking away there. Keeping it really light still. But I've blended that cheek in now with the rest of the skin, so it's not quite so, I guess, defined. So if you would like to get the picture, Helen has a link. She posted it up before to the group. Make sure you answer the questions to enter the group, and then once you're in the group, it's under the events section, so you can find what you need there. There's a discount code and the link to the grayscale image. If you just want to get the image and you're not interested in joining the group, it is available on Etsy at the normal price. It's Christine Caran. All of the links and everything are under the video in the description as well, so check that out. So the little highlight bit's actually covered over by hair here. So just going over the top of that magenta and just extending out now. So it's nice and smooth and it transitions into that cheek color rather than just sitting on top like it was a minute ago. Looking good. Alright, so we're going to use, come on, tell me what's next. Peach. Peach, light peach. Light peach. Can't really see it in this light, but it is, it's light peach. Just going to sharpen it. Thanks so much, Helen. The first color I used was lavender, and I went and lined out, like you can see it on the top of the head there, all the way around. I just left the cheeks because we're doing that with the pink. And then after, at the end, once I've done all the color, I'm actually going to put some more lavender on so they stand out a little bit more. So Dana, this is Neenah Classic Crest Solar White Paper, 80 pounds. Smooth, super smooth, whatever it is. Smooth, 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 smooth. And I use this paper for markers as well. So I've got the light peach. The light peach, I'm going to do a really light layer over the entire skin area. So covering up any gaps that I had left now with this as well. Just in those lighter areas, I'm just going to go over it a couple of times so that it stays nice and smooth, and then there's a few layers there. So when we go over with the last colors, it's not too harsh by pushing down the tip of the paper because we've done most of it already with this color. So just keep layering. I'm also going to do this on the outside edge of the face as well, that we've previously left. So I've just gone over that about 3 or 4 times. I'm just going to gradually move down to the rest of the face. I'm kind of using circular motions as well to try and cover up more of the tooth. Looking good. Just got to keep an eye on the time. Now I'm just looking at this and I think there needs to be a bit more of a shadow here, so I'm just going to use the henna just really lightly and just put a small light line just under the hair. And then just on the other side as well. I just feel that it needed that little bit more depth to make it look like it's sitting on the skin. And just going over with the peach now. Still using light pressure. Just gradually going over that section to add the pigment onto the paper. Okay, that's better. It's not much, but I think it's enough to show a bit of a shadow there. So I want the face to have a bit of an illumination to it. So leaving the white on the edges shows kind of a little bit of a shiny spot. And also it illuminates the face off the rest of the image as well. So I'm actually going to go around that with white at the end and just really lighten it up. You can see I'm getting a little bit of dust now because I'm starting to build up on the other colors. So the wax is actually gripping less, so there'll be more dust. Okay, I think I'm happy with that shadow now. It just needed that little bit more depth. Don't forget to go over it a couple of times if all of the paper's not covered over, just lightly over a few times. Thanks, Neenah. Gradually filling in. So we've still got another 2 colours to come in over the top, so we don't want to flatten the tooth off too much because we want to be able to put these on as well, hence the light pressure. I've got a little bit of wax build up there. Just grab my brush out, I think. So the smoother you do your layers, the smoother the skin will look. And this is why we need to dust the brush, or dust the parts off. You can see a couple of flecks of dust have gone on there which are darker, and now it's on there. I could erase that with the eraser. I've got a mono eraser here somewhere, because it's really only one layer of pencil. Just erasing the dust particles. Oh, that'd be right. Bit of the eraser stayed on there. And now I can come back in over the top of that. Remember, if you're using a different brand of pencils, it may be slightly different application too. I know that some Derwent brands are a lot different. You might need way more layers to get some nice vibrant colour. Some pencils don't take to this many layers, like Black Widows. Why do people do... I don't know. I think it's just a stylistic choice. I seem to follow around the face. I know some people do like a triangle where they'll only colour, you know, that sort of area stays free. I notice sometimes with some colorists, I'll look at the image and be like, wow, it didn't look like that before. Like, you know, they'll change the shape of the nose, or they change the shape of the mouth. And a lot of the time it's really just the shading that they've used to create that kind of look. Like I just put a little bit of a dimple in her chin, but it wasn't there before. That's because I've got a dimple in my chin. Alright, I'm happy that I've covered over all of the paper now with some of that light peach. Hi Sean, welcome. You're ignoring me this morning. You must have had it on top chat. Aw, thanks Brenda. Alright, I'm going to use some eggshell. We're going to put a little bit of a yellow tone through. Thanks, Maya. Alright. Eggshell. Actually, we're missing Loretta this morning. Beth. I have a few, I follow a few. Christine, Caran, Yana Prosperina, Ennis Guerrero, or however you say it. I'm just doing a really light layer over everything of the eggshell, and I'm just going to make sure that I get rid of all the dust. Is it Deanna Devoli? I've just started following this month. I was following Jasmine Beckett and Eva Nikunen, whatever. But I'm having a bit of a break and trying a few other artists to see what people have got available. I think I'm following 5. Hannah Lynn. Hannah Lynn used to have a VIP thing and she's got rid of that now and she's only doing Patreon, so I sort of transferred from the VIP to that. So just going really, really light pressure over everything. Just adding a tiny little bit of yellow tone. I'm actually grabbing a fair bit of excess wax now because we've done quite a few layers. Most of my tooth is now flattened off. The good thing about Prismacolors is that even though the tooth is flattened off, generally you can still keep going over it with colour as long as you're doing those light layers and you're removing the dust. And this paper is quite smooth too, so if I was using a more toothy paper, I'd probably get way more layers. But with a toothy paper you do get a lot more dust, so just remember that. I do find that it chews into my pencils a little bit, so with how often I use them I want to try and get the most out of them. you can see the difference between that side and that side. Oh yes, Hannah-Lynn's Kickstarter. Please check that out too. The awesome thing about the Kickstarter event thing is that you actually can get one of the Kickstarter options. You can actually get your name in the Kickstarter book. So, of course, we had to get Colour with Faithful Girl in there. So I'm getting a Kickstarter book. I think we also get to vote on the images that will be in the book. It's going to be a best of one, which is going to be like a spiral bound one, thicker paper and things like that. Hi Morticia, welcome. You want to join the Kickstarter book too? Yeah, it's good, it's awesome. I think Victorian Darlings is the only one I don't have. Christine Karen's got a couple of books out, and she's got one coming out, which is kind of cool. She's got a Benny Blue collection coming out. The little blue bunny. Okay, I think I'm happy with that so far. It is going to lighten off slightly because I'm going to go over it with some white. Before I do that though, let's add a little bit more of the lavender back in. And we'll move down to her body and finish off exactly the same way. I just wanted to finish off the face and then move down to the body. So just going over those really dark areas again. So it's really starting to show the purple now. And just around the nose area. Jasmine Beckett Colouring Haven book. Oh, is there one? Just using a bit of pressure on these darker areas in here. Because they're quite black, I want to add that in. Just adding a little circle around the mouth there. Just going to go back over that with a peach actually, just to soften it off. Okay, and then I had a little bit of the lavender in the bottom here. I think that's good. I'm pretty happy with that. Just redefining the nose area a little bit. Just making sure it's got nice shape. Looking pretty good. Alright, now we're going to use white to just go over those highlighted areas. Not much, Sean, not much. Hey, Monday. I have Fabrica Fantasy's new book to show you, and I'm going to be colouring an image from that. Goddesses. So I've just gone over all of that with white, and I've just really made sure that I've highlighted that tip of the nose there, just to make sure that it's nice and light, and also in that little highlight area at the top of the eye there, just making sure that's nice and light. And I should put the extender on because this is tiny. Also down here on the chin, I just want to make sure that's nice and light. Just going over that area. This is with firmer pressure. Just around the lips. Add a little bit of a highlight. Underneath the eye. And then just on top of the eyelid there. And then I'm just going to do a nice light layer over the entire area and just soften the whole tooth off. So it shouldn't take me much now to do that because I've done so many layers. I can't get it off. I must have tightened it too much. I actually probably should get another lot because all my other ones are all occupied on other I lost it on other pencils. Alrighty, just a nice light layer over everything now, just making sure the tooth of the paper is nice and flat, just smoothing off some of those areas into the skin color as well. I'm going to do firmer pressure around the outside of the face where that lighter area is as well. So just coming all the way around with firmer pressure. You could use like a Luminance white or something like that to lighten that a bit more if you wanted it lighter. I think not colouring it over did that pretty much anyway, so okay, and then just light again. We're going to repeat the same process on the body as well. Yep, that's right, Angela. Just over the whole lot. The Kickstarter program, I actually posted it in my group, and I think I may have posted it on my Facebook page as well. So if you're looking for it, or just look up Hannah Lynn on Facebook and you'll be able to find it. I've actually never done a Kickstarter before. There was a few times when I was going to. And yeah, this will be the first time. So they don't actually take out money until there's enough funds to actually make the project. And then once the date of the Kickstarter is over, they'll take the money out, as long as it goes through. Obviously, they've got enough funds, they'll do that. As far as I know, if it fails through, they either keep it open for longer or it just stops. But yeah, you don't get any charges on your card until they make the actual budget or goal that they're after, which is kind of cool. I think Hannah-Lynn's already made hers though, so they'll start processing it as of the end of April. And we're supposed to be able to get the book in December, so that's kind of cool. Once all the finalization and the images are decided on, and once you've done the white, if you find that any areas are too soft or you've lost some of the depth in some of those shadow areas, you can always go back over with a nice light pressure of the darkest color just to redefine those if you'd like. Just see if you can see the difference between see if I can get it a little less blurry. Let's see if you can see the skin on this side is really quite smooth, and this side's starting to get smoother now. I haven't decided on hair color yet. Thinking we should maybe do like blue or green. I don't know. Rainbow. Who knows? We did rainbow in Yana's though, didn't we? Thinking aqua. Turquoise. Something like that. We will see where my inspiration takes me. Hi Christine, welcome. Night Sean. Thanks, Christine. I think I'm almost done with this face though. It's all smoothed off now. I think we need to go with the henna just a tiny little bit darker under the nose there. Try that again. I kind of went off track a little bit there. In the lip, in the dark areas of the nose there. In the very, very creases of the eye. Just redefining it. That's a bit better. And just softening the edge off with the white again. Not too much though. And just under the mouth there too, I think needs. Whoop. I'm losing everything. There we go. Anywhere else need defining? I think that's pretty good. Just grabbing the magenta and just doing, lighten that off there just a little bit on the very edge. Yeah, I think that's good. Just got the lavender again. Just making like tonal adjustments, I guess. Yours might not need it. Don't do that if you don't need to, I guess. Don't worry if you think it's too dark, because by the time we start adding the hair and things like that, it's going to really blend back into the background. So I want to do the lips. I got henna again. I'll zoom back in for the lips, hey? Let's all right in. Go. I'm going to use the henna in the really dark sections of the lip there. And just up on those really dark shadow areas there. So anywhere where it's almost black, there's some little lines coming down from the middle of the mouth. And up there as well. We want to make sure we leave a couple of spots for highlights too. And we'll kind of create a bit of an M shape. So an M. And on the bottom, we'll do the same. This time we'll make the M the actual shadow color. So we've got a negative M here, positive there. Alright, now magenta, which we used in the face. Going over the top of that and extending out further. Going around the bottom of the lip there too, I think. That's still light pressure. And then we've got another tiny pencil, Process Red. I don't know why it's called Process Red, it's bright pink, but anyway. I'm just going to go and fill out the rest of the area there that I didn't And just going over the top of the darker colour as well. Okay, I want to do that again. So henna. This time I'm putting firmer pressure in. Just want to line the lips out there. Magenta. And then process red. Who did I miss? Oh, hi Sherry, welcome. Kenny. This is a process red. I've actually always had pretty nice skin. I used to work in a clothes store in a fairly heavily populated Asian area. I used to get the Asian little girls coming in saying, "I love your skin." Like, it's just because I'm translucent white. I've got white now. Just going to highlight and blend off the lips. Here goes the neck. Got a little bit of white gel pen, and I'm just going to put some shiny little spots on those lighter sections. Some shinies. Let that dry a little bit. Work on the eyes. Hi Zealy. I am using Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, £80. You can get it in £110. Is that right? Yeah. I know the £80 works out to be 110 GSM, and the other one works out to be 216 GSM or something. But I'm pretty sure the finish is the same on both of them. Alright, I want to use a tiny little bit of black first, just into the shadow areas of the eye, just really, really lightly. So it's kind of grey. And now we'll just blend that out with the white. Just got a bit of pink on it, so let me clean that. Just blending that off. Smudging it, fuzzing it, blurring it. And then I've got violet. I'm going to use that in the top section of the eye there. Be nice to have violet coloured eyes. Contacts maybe. Just gone over that a couple of times to make sure all the tooth's covered over. And then I've got the lavender. Thank you. Thanks, Maya. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lulu. And hi, Lulu. Lavender. I'm just going into the bottom of the eye and just lightly going over the darker color. Coming around the bottom, just using light pressure. A couple of layers to make sure we've covered up most of the tooth though. Might have to wear my glove on the hair. Just smudge out that skin. I think it's fairly good. If you're wanting to stop the smudging, you could use the Caran Full Blender or something like that to coat over it, which will help stop smudge it. White. And then violet again. Just doing around the shape of the iris there as well. Tiny little bit of lavender just to blend this edge of that off. Just so it smooths into that lightest color. So you should have like a little patch of light underneath. Yeah, just get rid of that dust. Okay, now we're going to use black, so make sure you finish because otherwise you'll smudge off. Thank you, thanks guys. Thanks, Sung. Morticia. I'm going to outline the eyelashes. I'm going to put a bit of depth in the shadow area on top of the eye there and on the iris section, just a little bit, and also do the pupil. Leaving a gap for a highlight as well. So lining the eyelashes. Just like that. And the bottom one as well. And then we're going to do the eyelashes. Make sure your pencil's nice and sharp because you won't get these nice fine details otherwise. Just be careful not to put too much pressure either because you will break the tip. Just going to make a couple of those a little bit longer. That's nice. Just the bottom. Turning my page to do the other side. And I just want to make those around the same length. Look pretty good. And then coming back around to the bottom again. Hi Alf, welcome. Oh, First timer, welcome. We're actually going to do a flip through in a sec of Christine's fairy book, and then we might do a giveaway for one PDF page of your choice from Christine's Etsy shop. What are some images that you would like to get if you win? I would like to get, which I still am yet to get, I'm not entering it, but just telling you what I would like to get. The new dancing girl, what's she called? I don't even remember what her name is, but she's beautiful. Spanish dancer. How's that? That's freaking awesome. That means spot on. Alright, now you want to put a little bit of a highlight on the eyes. I've got a couple of different gel pens, but I'm going to use so this one's got a 0.5mm nib, this one's got a 1mm nib, and this one has a 0.3 nib. So this one I like for doing like sparkles and shiny things because it's so thin and tiny and the lines are so delicate. This one I like to use for lines and things in eyes, and when I want a really large highlight, I'll use the white in the Uni-Ball because the Uni-Ball has the best coverage. The ink's the best. I'm going to use the Uni-Ball in the large section of... I'm lying because I can't get it to work. Hang on. There we go. In the large section, I'm going to use the white gel pen there. I'm going to put a little spot on either side, but making sure they're on the same side. So if I'm doing it on the right of the iris, I'm going to do the same on the other because the light reflecting would be coming from the same spot. And then we are just going to put a really thin line with the 8 just through there. Have a look. And we're going to put some little watermark lines underneath. You don't have to do that if you don't want. I like to. And that's it. Make sure it dries. So I got the Sakura Jelly Roll pens off Amazon, and the Uni-Ball, Signo Uni-Ball also off Amazon. The Uni-Ball ones are quite expensive compared to the smaller ones, but that's because they hold heaps more ink, so they last a lot longer. So they're actually a larger pen. Alright, and that's probably why it's got the larger nib, is because the ink is nice and thick. Now the ink on that may bleed through some of that purple, so at the end before I take a photo or whatever, I will go back over it with the white if that happens. But usually it's not too bad. Shall we move on? Uni-Ball is good. I really do like the Sakura Jelly Roll pens though for the finer stuff. Alright, so let's do flip through first. Now the flip through is just an example of one of her books. We aren't doing the giveaway for the book today, so just remember that. We will be doing a giveaway for a PDF colouring book at the end of the 4 weeks, so in the last video we'll do a draw for that. But for today we're just doing one single image, your pick from Christine's Etsy shop. So let's do the flip through and then I'll come back and we'll talk about the giveaway. So guys, sorry, I was eating my yogurt. It's almost lunchtime here, so it was morning tea. Now, the image is available in the Etsy store as a single image. It's not in any book yet. It may eventually end up in a book, but it's not yet. And there is a discount code for the grayscale version of it. So while you were all watching that, I was colouring in with the lavender, doing my first base layer on this stuff here. Hi Tammy. So that's all I did. I'm about to go in with the henna and just go over the top of that now. Okay, so let's do the giveaway rules. I'll try to read them out. They go through pretty quickly, but now the giveaway will be for one individual image of your choice from Christine's Etsy store. That's what we're doing a giveaway for now. So I'm going to do the giveaway video. Where is it? Let me find it. Okay. Pick one number between 1 and 100. Only one number per person. First person to call that number owns it. So if you're the first person and somebody else says the same number, doesn't matter, you're the first person, so it's your number. No chatting during number calling until the winning number is drawn. No numbers before or after the words go, 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 or after stop, stop, stop will be counted. It is, isn't it? The number closest to the generated number without going over wins. So if I draw number 62, it has to be something below or on that. Make sure you are on live chat. So click on the little top chat section and scroll down to live, and you should have live chat above your chat box. Any giveaway or promotion is in no way sponsored, endorsed, or administered by or associated with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Christine Karron. All right. It's just redoing them now. You guys are painful. Alright guys, they're just going through again there, but everybody, if you are ready, please pop ready up in the chat box. I'm just popping my disclaimer up. Love it. So many of you beautiful people. Make sure you're on live chat. All right, peoples. Here we go. So we are doing your choice of a digital image from Christine's Etsy shop. I'm going over now with henna. I'll just give you a minute or so to do that. And oh, I'll make sure my phone's ready. I need to go to random.org. Okay, Safari, random. It's all ready to go. I'll give you another couple of seconds. So we had someone say that they would get the other mermaid image. I think I know which one you mean. I can't remember what it was called, but that sounds pretty cool. Just going over the same areas that I went over with the lavender now with the henna. Oh, you're all so quiet. I can't hear anyone. All right, it's been a little while since anyone popped up, so stop. I'm going to press the generate button. 59, number 59. And I'm just entering that in so you can all see that there as well. So, who was the closest? Ooh, Kathy's on 56. No, hang on, Kathy, sorry. You're only one number, so we have to delete anything after the first number. Remove. Alright, you had 82 first by the look of that. And I'm just going to the top of the list. Dawn, you had number 59. Dawn. Congratulations. Did we have two the same? Who called it first? No, Dawn called it first. Dawn. Dawn was first. So make sure you are on live chat and not top chat. It's in the it's in the actual event. So pop over and go into the events section of the group, and it is written in there on the actual description of the event, so you'll be able to see it in there. Congratulations, Dawn. So sorry to those that missed out. You will get a chance to win another one next week and also the week after, and then the final week we'll do a draw for one of her colouring books. So it's your choice in the last week. So if you've already got one of her other books and you were wanting something else, then obviously you could get that instead, but that will be for a PDF copy as well. Congratulations, Dawn. I will be in touch with you, my dear, and I will get your details to Christine once you tell me what you're going to get. So which one do you think you might get? You don't have to make your decision now, but just thought I'd ask. I'm going to keep going with henna because I want to finish. If we don't finish by the 12 o'clock today, we will finish it next week. So we have plenty of time to get all of this done. So no stress at all for you peoples. I'd prefer you guys to take your time anyway and enjoy the process. And you can always come back and re-watch the video too. I will leave it up so that you can come back to it. It does need to process usually once I've finished the live, but it usually takes a few hours and it's available to watch in its entirety again. Congratulations. It's very exciting. Don't forget, guys, also Christine's Patreon. It is only $1 a month, $1 a month to join that, and you get access to a whole heap of images. We had, this week we've had a Benny Blue, and we've had, what else? What have we had? I'd have to have a look at my Patreon. Oh, look. Bit of wax build up because I didn't swipe it away. Just erase that. Abby's in the group chat for patrons, so you should be able to pop it in there. Okay, Dawn, did you say what you would get? I always seem to forget to do the ears. I have done the ears. I covered them with a little bit of lavender already. But yeah, the ears usually get missed until I start the hair. I know. People are going, don't forget the ears. Look, they're here. I've already started them. They're pretty pointed ears, I'm going to guess, underneath all that hair. Or webbed ears. Gypsy Girl. Ah, yes. That's a pretty one. That's the one that I want too. Yeah, I'll be getting that soon. I just haven't had a chance to get on, and it's on my list. It's on my list. Awesome. Well, I'll talk to you anyway. I'll send you a message, and we'll make sure that's definitely what you want. And yeah, exciting. I quite like doing these little random... I just did inside the bubble here as well, because it's sort of sitting over her skin. So I want to bring some of that through into the bubble, which we'll get to later. But... now, what did we do? Who can remember? I think we did peach next, and I had an extender on it. So you had to get both what? The jellyfish mermaid. Yes, the jellyfish mermaid. I've got that in my cart as well. I have heaps of stuff in my cart, and just when I randomly, you know, get some money in PayPal, I'll randomly go and buy a whole heap. So I just stick it there until I'm ready. Now I've got peach. The last few months of my Patreon funds have gone to upgrading my equipment. Before the 30th of June, I will be getting a new computer finally. So big thank you to my beautiful patrons out there. You are a huge support to me, and you make this all possible as well. So thank you. Big hugs and kisses to you all. So peach, I'm going over the top of everything and just extending a little bit further into the lighter areas. Still using light pressure. It does look like it's darker here because this was all really dark colored, so it does look like it's a little bit darker, but it's not. It's still the same pressure. Oh, thanks guys. Thank you. I've got a squeaky chair. I'm extremely blessed. Oh. I have a couple of new books coming. I ordered, I don't know how to say her last name, Nadia, starts with V, I think, Vasky. Do you guys know how to say it? Like, she's got Solvic Beauties and... is that her name? Have I said that right? How much do I need? Kenny, to get my computer? A fair bit. It's getting there. I should be able to hopefully next month maybe. But I think I've still got 2 months till the end of the financial year, so it will be either next month or the month after. But I just spent some of it on upgrading camera, mic, and something else. I brought 3 things. Oh, the internet, so that I have better speeds for you guys, because I was sick of buffering all the time. So I got a new router because my other one had sort of died on me. I got one of those new Google Wi-Fi systems. It's actually quite cool. There's like 3 little port sections, and you put them all around the house, so your Wi-Fi sort of covers the whole house, which is really good. And also I can link my computer directly to it, which I've actually done, and then that will prioritize my computer. So I have already started upgrading, which is good. I think once I get my computer, it will be much better because the processor in this one's kind of dead. And it keeps telling me that too. Ah, thanks, Linda. You found the code, Amanda. Good. Sorry about that. I would have messaged you if you hadn't have found it. I need lots of money, Kenny. No, the system I'm looking at is around 2000. So that's got a nice fast core in it. They're kind of like, I think I'm looking at like gaming computer systems. I think they've got higher, better quality processors and graphics cards and things. So that will make it easier for recording as well, doing Patreon videos and things like that. So I'm just over halfway. So yeah, the next 2 months I should be good. Just want to put a little bit of the peach in that bubble there, and also in this half of the bubble, because that part of the bubble is over his tail, so we don't want to colour that bit. But yes, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. It's been fantastic. There we go. Almost done with the peach. And I think we might have to stop there because it's already 11:56. I've already nearly been on an hour. 2 hours, I should say. Time flies when you're having fun, guys. I'm really enjoying this one, and I hope you guys do too. I think we need to do some orange in these beautiful fish here too. So yeah, blue hair would probably work really well. I'm just forming a few shapes here. Collarbone. Just adding a little bit of a shadow behind the fishy here. I think the fish is like a bit of a, I think we'll stop there. I think I need to come down here and just add some just at the bottom of the fishy here as well, so it really does just finish off. Just really light pressure. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't want to cut Christine's signature off, so I'll probably come down into that area because she's beautiful. Sometimes taking off the name and things is unavoidable, but I think I'll try and keep it in there. Just kind of marking out the area I want the skin to kind of stop there. I think that's a good spot. I'm just coming underneath the fishies with that peach just to add a little bit of a shadow in those areas. Just like that. But yeah, I think we'll stop. So I'll just write myself a note so I know that we've done. Where's my little scrapbook? Here it is. Playing around with colors, trying to do an image that was actually requested. So I think it was Abby and Shelley requested me to do a specific style. So I've been having fun with that. It's been a lot of fun. Night, Neenah. Thank you so much for watching today. Thanks, Leslie, so much. I'm not signing your sickie certificate though. Sorry. Not that kind of therapist. Ah, thanks, Susie. Guys, you're all awesome. Night, Helen. Thank you so much for being a mod today. I did, Abby, take the camera back, and I've got the newest one. It's just arrived yesterday, so I had to order it online in the end. I finished. What did I finish? Peach. I did lavender and henna. And I'm up to, what am I up to? Light peach. Light peach, so I remember. Okay, groovy. So next week we'll finish the bottom of the skin. I will take a photo of this how it is now so you can see how we're going and what we're up to, and you can keep referring back to it if you're going to do or catch up over the week. So I will scan it in and put it up for you in the group in the event so you can see how it's going. And we'll finish off the skin and we'll start on the hair next week. So next week the color list will include the skin and also the hair colors. So I'll try and get it up as soon as I can. Excuse me. And yeah. Oh, thanks, Beth. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Dawn. Thank you so much to my mods. Thank you, Linda and Helen and whoever else popped in there. Sherry, thank you so much for coming. Guys, you're all awesome. Love you heaps. And I will see you on Monday, and we'll be having a look at Fabrica Fantasy's brand new colouring book. And I'll be doing, actually, I've already coloured 2 images from it. And we'll also be doing one during the live stream as well, so you can check that out. So I'll see you then. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please jump on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, any of those, and say hi. And let me know what you'd like to know. Thanks again. Bye, guys.